US President Donald Trump has announced a major plan to impose new tariff on countries that he believes treat the US unfairly in trade. On Thursday, Trump signed a document directing his entire team to create a custom tariff for different countries based on factors like existing tariff, exchange rates, and trade balances. His main goal? That is to make sure that the US-made goods have a fair chance in international market. While the details of these tariffs are still being worked out, one thing is certainly clear. This move is going to shake up the entire global trade and put several countries, including India, Vietnam, Thailand, and the European Union, under a lot of pressure. Now, let me tell you which country is affected the most. Trump's new tariff policy is called reciprocal tariff, which means whatever a country charges to the United States, the US will also charge them back. Let me give you an example. If India charges a high tax on American goods, the US will do the same to Indian imports. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick has been given April 1 time to finalize the entire plan. Trump claims that this will bring jobs and investment back to the US and help local manufacturers as well. He said that if you build your product in the US, there is no tariff. Countries like India, Vietnam, and Thailand, which sell a lot of goods to the United States, are expected to feel the impact now. Even the European Union is very worried because Trump believes that the European Union trade policies favor European businesses over the American ones. Now let's talk about India specifically. Trump has already taken issue with India's trade policy. In his first term, he criticized high Indian tariff on motorcycles and other goods. India responded by reducing some tariff, but let me tell you, Trump is still not satisfied. At a joint press conference with Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Trump made it very clear, whatever India charges us, we charge them back. This means that Indian exporters could face high taxes when they are selling goods to the United States. India exported a variety of goods into the US. Let me tell you what. First of all, pharmaceuticals. India is a major supplier of generic medicines to the US. Secondly, IT sector. Indian tech companies provide software solutions to American firms. Then comes textiles and garments. India is one of the largest suppliers of clothing to the US. Then in the list we have automobile parts. Here's the situation. If the US raises tariff on these particular goods, Indian companies might struggle to compete in the American market. This could hurt Indian businesses and reduce job opportunity. Now talking about European Union, then ahead of the President's announcement, the EU stated that it wants to maintain a stronger partnership with the US, but it is also ready to defend its interest if it is necessary. Then comes countries like Thailand and Vietnam. They are reevaluating their trade relationship with Trump just to see how they can avoid potential US tariff increase. For those who are still confused about a reciprocal tariff, let me give you a clearer picture. A tariff is a tax on imported goods. Government uses tariff to protect local businesses from foreign competition. The US traditionally had low tariff, that is around 3.4% on an average, but other regions like Europe, it has 5%. They have higher average tariff. Trump argues that this is actually unfair and that the United States should charge other countries the same way that they charge American goods. Let me give you an example. The European Union imposes 10% tariff on US-made cars, while the US charges only 2.5% tariff on European Union cars. Then comes Brazil. Brazil charges 18% on ethanol imports, while US only charges 2.5%. Trump is determined to change this balance so that the US products have an equal chance in the global market. Also, Trump's move could trigger global trade tension as well. He has already taken several tariff-relation actions. For example, raising tariff on steel and aluminium import to 25%, ending exemption from EU, UK and Brazil. Then increased tariff on Chinese goods as well by 10%, threatened a 25% tariff on imports from Canada and Mexico, which is currently on hold until March. But coming back to India, Then what does this mean for India-US relation? India and the US have strong trade relationship, with trade between the two nations crossing $191 billion in 2022. However, Trump's aggressive trade policy could make things more complicated for Indian businesses. If tariff on Indian goods increase, this could make Indian products more expensive in the US, reduce demand for Indian exports, impact Indian industries like IT, textiles, and pharmaceuticals. But whatever Trump is planning, the economic strategy we are talking about, will it work? Trump believes that these tariffs will bring back manufacturing jobs to the US. He said jobs are going to go up, prices could rise in short term, but they will go down later. However, not everybody agrees with this. Some economists argue that tariff increase cost for American businesses and consumers. A recent poll showed that only 24% of Americans believe that tariff will help the US economy, while many worry about rising inflation. So, in conclusion, India must now carefully negotiate with the US to avoid heavy tariff. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's strong leadership and diplomatic effort will play a key role in protecting Indian businesses right now. As India continues to grow as a global economic power, it must focus on strengthening ties, and that to trade ties specifically, reducing dependency on exported goods to the United States, and exploring new markets to balance any impact from Trump's trade policy. The coming months will be very important for India-US trade relation, and how both countries handle this particular situation will shape the future of global commerce.